This video is 100% undebunkable. The topic will be space is fake. Space is a 100% fictional story made up by the powers that be. This means there is no space agency that has ever existed that launched human beings into this made-up thing they call space. To debunk this video, all you would have to do is have footage of an astronaut doing a 360 in space in the past 60 years. All right? So usually when you make a video like this, Earth is fake or Earth is flat, YouTube, which is Google, leaves a link in the description box below the video. All right? Because they're so scared they might sway you from their spinning ball theory. You know. So they might put like, oh, 1969, look, we went to space. 1969. It's always 1969 they went into space, some baloney like that, right? I'm gonna help you out, Google. How about you put in your little link below that you always do to sway people from what we tell you? Put down there a little video or any video in the past 60 years of an astronaut, I don't care what agency because they're all fake, of an astronaut doing a 360 in space with a handheld camera. You would think that's very easy, but it's never been done. I just don't understand how that is possible. How can an astronaut never, ever, ever turn around in space? You would think that by accident, by pure accidental circumstances, floating around in space, that you might, like, a tenth of a second, and whoops, oh, I turned the wrong way. I'm now, my camera's facing outer space. Oh my God, I made a boo-boo. You know, it seems to me, in the past 60 years, I find it impossible that no astronaut, by accident, gently made a mistake and turned and faced the opposite direction. That's never happened. It's never been caught on video. And I just like to ask, why is that? Because if you can't have an astronaut turn around in space, that means the fourth wall. That means there's a camera and a camera crew behind him, and there is no outer space. So that's why I said this video is 100% undebunkable. You cannot debunk this video. To do so, you would need a video, okay, showing exactly what I described for any time in history up until now. For the past 60 years, this has never been done. So what is stopping these astronauts from turning around? Then you're going to have some globehead who does no research and it has blurred out things that we've discussed before and proved them wrong.
Oh, it's gravity, Max. You're an idiot. Gravity stops the astronaut from turning around. As soon as he gets out of his spaceship, he automatically floats down and his body can't turn. It's the gravity, and it holds him in there and he can't spin around.
Well, that's good. The thing is, according to NASA and all the other fake agencies that made up space, they claim there's no gravity in space. So that rules that out.
They love using this fake word gravity all the time, but it never helps their BS theories, you know.
So what is it that keeps astronauts from spinning around? It's got to be the fourth wall, isn't it? It's either the fourth wall or it's C.G.I. And if they turn it around, at that point in time, they can't line up the stars, the moons, whatever is out there. They can't fake it. You got that? So if you would love to debunk this, I'll even put out a reward. I'll give you a blank check and you can put any amount in it. Don't be scared to write any amount you want. I can afford it. So you come up with some video footage, and I beg YouTube and Google to debunk me. They love to debunk my videos by putting,
Oh, we went to space in 19...
they always put the same video up.
Yeah, we're launching into space in this rocket.
No man has ever been in a rocket. Who would attach himself to a bottle rocket, you know? All the tests they had, you know, the fake tests they had, well, they were real, but they all blew up in space. They all went beep, beep, right? No human being in their right mind would put themselves on a bottle rocket and then blow themselves up. Now, space is a total made-up fictional story, and all you have to do to debunk this video, 60 years is a long time. You come up with some footage of an astronaut holding a handheld camera in his hand, okay? Simply taking 1/10 of a second of his time to accidentally turn around and show outer space, well then, you would have debunked me, and I would write you a check for any amount of money you would like. See, I'm not like other people. I only come up with points that are undebunkable. I don't have to go through all the BS that the people go through, and they fight back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. No. Show me video footage of an astronaut turning around in space with a handheld camera, and it's over, Johnny. It's done. No more arguments. Okay? Once you come to this realization, you could no longer say, well, Max, you son of a bitch, you're trying to destroy people. You're trying to lie to people with your BS. No, I'm trying to help humanity. Okay? I don't lie. Okay? There is no good reason that you can come up with why astronauts don't turn around while they're floating in space. Okay? If you could,
Then you debunk me. It's gravity, man. Yeah, gravity holds you in there. As soon as you get out, whoop, you get sucked down. You can't turn around. You're just facing down at the earth. It's almost impossible to turn yourself around in space.
I mean, that would be the only answer. And that's what we go,
Oh, you're right, Max. We can't turn around in space. It's gravity, even though gravity doesn't exist in space.
but they'll come up with that answer. Somebody will say it. Somebody will pull that out of their asshole, and it'll smell, and be like, wow, that's really stinky, isn't it?
Can't come up with something better than that? No, we don't do research. We do insults and gravity. That's what we have. We don't want to research it because we think it's fake. We don't believe in your fake spaceship. We're so smart. We just make fun of you and criticize you and yell at you like little children. Go beep, 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 beep.
Can't get a word in edgewise. They're busy making fun of you, calling you names and
Stupid and idiot and beep, 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 beep.
no, I don't play that game. If they really wanted to go to Mars,
But we can't afford it.
well, put LeBron James or any asshole basketball star in space doing a commercial with a little sneaker floating in space, and there you have it. The bill is covered. The American people do not have to pay for space.
Only astronauts allowed to go to space, Max. Can't put a superstar basketball player who was in excellent physical condition into space. They can't handle space.
What kind of retarded thing would you come up with? If you want to go to Mars or the moon, we can go tomorrow. The money's covered. Do a commercial in space. Put a celebrity in space. Do something like that. That's what they do here on Earth. If you need money for something, you do a commercial in space.
That would fit the bill for going to Mars. You understand? It's very simple.
See, when I make points, they're undebunkable. Every little detail that comes out of my lips is so undebunkable, it's crazy. Can you debunk what I just said about putting an actor in space?
Oh, we need money to go to the moon. Oh, no problem. Let's put a superstar into space. And the sneaker will be floating in space. That commercial is a lot of fucking money. And the American people don't have to pay for jack or shit.
But space is fake. They can't put anybody else except for astronauts in space who are Freemasons. You understand that, right? These are the lies that your government tells you to keep you deaf, dumb, and blind to the reality you live in. So please, if there's a troll out there, please debunk anything I said, Why can't we put an athlete in space and pay for the trip to Mars? That's what the commercials are for. Hello. Any money NASA needed, they would just have to do a commercial in space. Could you imagine the Kardashians in fucking space? I mean, people probably be happy that they're further away from you, but it would be amazing. All the dum-dums that follow them, you know how much money that would generate? Fuck Mars. What's past Mars? Let's go someplace else. Money's covered because we put celebrities in space. You understand that, right? The problem is space does not exist. If it did, astronauts would simply turn around in space. Right? Who's your favorite basketball player? Wouldn't you like to see him in space, in a spacesuit, dribbling a ball, holding a ball in space, and then the sneaker just floating around like a space sneaker and shit? I mean, the possibilities of money making for these fake space agencies, they shouldn't have any problems coming up with the cash to go back to the moon. We can go to the moon every another shuttle going to the moon. We have so much fucking money, we're just taking everybody to the moon. We're going to sell Max Malone, take it to the moon. You asshole, space exists. Here we go, going to the moon. Every 10 seconds on the hour, every 10 seconds, there should be a shuttle going to the moon because the money's coming out of their ass. And it has proven me wrong going into space. We proved Max Malone wrong and all the other assholes. Okay, money shouldn't be an issue. Right? Whenever you need money, what do? We make a commercial. Yeah, we push you celebrities. Yes, that's what we do. But when it comes to space, everybody has a brain fog. Oh, we don't know how to make money to go to Mars. It's that in the budget. It's that in the budget to go to Mars. What, are you an imbecile? You don't know how to make money? Come on. First of all, you're the government. You just turn the printing press on. You can make all the money you want. We're already in debt. But you don't need to do that, do you? Right? We should have a newscaster in space on the I.S.S. There's another fake space, right? 24/7. There's another shuttle going up to the I.S.S. There's changing of the guards. And I would love... debunk this. Let's have a video footage of a shuttle going to the I.S.S. Okay? Oh, no, not the ones they show you. Like, oh, look at it, they're disengaging. No. In the shuttle or any spacecraft that they use, the fake spacecraft, have the astronaut or celebrity or anybody who goes back and forth to the ISS turn on their camera phone or any handheld camera, put it in the window of this said spaceship, and go, here's us traveling towards the ISS. It's never been done in 20 years for the ISS. If I worked on the ISS, my whole YouTube channel would be dedicated with me and my little fucking camera, with me with my stinking camera, okay, holding it in the window of said spaceship every single time I travel to the ISS, and I'd have the hugest freaking YouTube channel known to mankind. And that would just be me if I was an astronaut. Never mind all the hundreds of astronauts that came before me. I would do a 10th of a second 360 in space, which has never been done. I would record my journey from Earth to the ISS with a handheld camera, which has never, ever, 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 ever been done. When they built the ISS, there was not one picture taken, not one video footage, nothing to record one of the biggest feats known to mankind. That was in 1998 or something like that, which we had all kinds of cameras, same amount of technology we have today, to film this. Okay? All we had to do was set up a shuttle with a camera crew inside the shuttle. They can open the doors of the shuttle, have a whole camera crew watching and documenting and videoing the ISS being built. You would have more than one set of cameras. You would have astronauts outside with cameras doing 360s as everything's being built. You would have all this information, all this video footage, which does not exist because they have not done any of these things I brought up to you. This is not something you just brush to the side. Oh, they forgot. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You're an idiot. You're a liar. You can't debunk anything I say. As human beings, these are the things we would be doing if this ISS existed or if astronauts existed. Okay, if astronauts existed, I don't know how many they say exist, their journey into space, going to the ISS and back and forth, their little fucking cameras would be on. Okay? They would have extra backup batteries for their phone because they would, they would put it on their YouTube channels and be like, oh, I'm the captain of this, and I'm going to relieve the other captain, and ooh, look at this and look at that, and I'm doing, from each window, you could have all these different views. You can show the sun, the moon, and the stars. You can show going forward. You can show going backwards and sideways, which has never been done. Why? Then when you're getting close to the ISS, you can put your camera in the window. We've never had this kind of footage. Go, there's the ISS from afar. And then you go to the other side of the spacecraft and show you, like, well, this is for real. Okay? I'm showing all the angles. There's nothing to hide. We're showing the fourth wall. Okay? If you want money for doing things in space for the American people, we should have all this footage. The more footage you show, the more money you're going to get, and the more backing you're going to get. You understand that, right? But that's why they do their stupid little stunts on the ISS, which is fake. Okay? All the horseshit that they show you on the ISS so they can get their funding. But they don't show you how they got there. They don't show the astronauts going back and forth. It's an impossibility. They can't show you spacewalks doing a 360 with a handheld camera. They can't show you anyone in a spacecraft opening the door and walking through the door with a handheld camera while it's turned on. Okay, this is 60 years that's gone by. It hasn't been a few years in space where we say, well, they didn't really know how to use a camera and they forgot or so. You can't use these as excuses. As a human being, you should be concerned about every point that I am making. You should be concerned because none of these points are from an idiot. None of these points are they're real, solid points that, quite frankly, cannot be debunked. So if you go against anything I say in this video, there is something deeply wrong with you, or you're working for an opposition, or you're just pots in the head. There's something wrong with you. Okay, these solid points are just undebunkable. As a human being, we could come up with so many ways to make money. Just bring newscasters up into space and superstar basketball players into space, Kardashians in space, and make your money. Show people what you're doing, and then we can go travel to Mars. See, Mars is a light in space. Mars is not a planet. Okay, you don't live on a planet. Okay, you live in a realm. You got heaven above, hell below. That's it. Everything else are just lights. The moon is a light. It's not something you can land on. The reality is, we're not crazy. Okay? No one's been into space. They made that stuff up. Earth is 100% flat. And you should be concerned.